Hey guys, it's Greg with Apple Explained, and today we're going to unbox and review the TWS i10s, which are the newest model of earbuds designed to look and work exactly like Apple's AirPods. But how close do they come to the real thing? Well, surprisingly close, but we'll talk about that in detail later on. So if you've been following this channel for a while, you probably remember the other two videos I made on the older models of these TWS earbuds, the i7s and i9s, and because I've been following the development of this product closely, I have to admit they're making good strides in catching up to the performance of Apple's AirPods. And the new i10s feature several major improvements that really take things to the next level. Now, these earbuds were sent to me from our friends at Knockies.com, and they're also offering 3 more pairs to give away to you guys, so be sure to subscribe and leave a comment to be eligible, and even if you don't win, Knockies is offering a 10% off coupon code just for you guys. So let's start by taking a look at the packaging. It's just a simple white box with a photo of the earbuds on the front and a charging case on the back. After lifting the lid, you're greeted by the user manual that has instructions on how to use the earbuds and how to pair them with your device. Underneath that, we find the charging case itself, and we can already tell that this model has an updated design, but we'll talk about that in more detail in a minute. First, let's see what else is inside the box. Underneath the plastic tray, we find the USB-C charging cable that powers the case. So now let's take a closer look at the charging case itself. It features a shallow thumb scoop to help open the lid and 4 LED indicators that displays its battery level. On the back, we find a beautiful chrome hinge, and on the bottom, a matching chrome USB-C port. And when we open the lid to this charging case, you'll find it springs open effortlessly to reveal the earbuds inside. And removing these earbuds is just as easy. So now let's go through the process of pairing them to our device. I have an iPhone here, but these earbuds are compatible with any Bluetooth-enabled device, including smartphones, tablets, and notebooks. So all we have to do is take these earbuds out of their case and go to the Bluetooth settings on your device. That's where you should find these earbuds appear under the name AirPods, and you can connect them with just a tap. And to give you a better idea of using these earbuds, I'm going to compare them to the previous generation i9s and then compare them to Apple's official AirPods. So right off the bat, we can see the charging case is the same size as its predecessor, but there are some noticeable differences like the 4 LED indicators on the outside of the charging case, and that's because this new case is capable of wireless charging, and these LEDs make it easy to monitor the battery level without having to open the lid. Another difference is the thumb scoop design, which may seem insignificant, but actually helps me flick open the lid more reliably. And one of the more surprising improvements is the shift from a micro USB port to a USB-C port. And this was actually a very forward-thinking design decision, since many of today's most popular tech products, from the Nintendo Switch to the iPad Pro, are beginning to adopt USB-C. And that means carrying around less cables, since most of your devices share the same port. And when it comes to the earbuds themselves, this is where you see the most dramatic improvements. These new i10 earbuds can not only play and pause your music and skip between tracks, but it can also summon Siri for the first time. And this is a feature I missed the most with the previous i9s. And it's not just about what these earbuds can do, but how they work. Because there's no longer a physical button on each earbud, but rather touch-sensitive sensors instead. And this means you don't have to be nearly as precise when trying to interact with your earbuds. Another huge improvement with the i10s is sound quality. My music had a much fuller sound with deeper bass and clearer treble than the i9s, and when it came to call quality, these new earbuds feature a crucial improvement since call audio is now delivered through both earbuds, because with the i9s, audio from a phone call could only be heard through the left earbud due to technical limitations. But the differences between these two products can also be seen in the packaging. Unboxing the i10s is a much faster and enjoyable process since its charging cable is packed much neater, although it doesn't include a couple of the extras the previous i9s had, like the silicone charging case and metal safety hook, but to be honest, I personally didn't use those items anyway. The wireless capabilities of these earbuds have also been made more reliable since the i10s feature a more advanced chipset than the i9s, including Bluetooth 5.0. And that means watching videos with no audio lag and a much more consistent connection between the earbuds, reducing the risk of any kind of echo effect. Now there is one more difference that I need to mention, and that is the price. The i9s sold for $40, whereas the new i10 earbuds cost $53. But considering the number of improvements made to the i10s, I think the $13 premium is well worth it. Now let's talk about how these earbuds measure up to Apple's AirPods, and I must say, this is the closest any pair of third-party earbuds have come to matching the features and performance of the AirPods. So let's start with the packaging. Both the i10s and AirPods feature white square boxes with a lid you can easily lift off, and the first thing you see is the user manual. After removing that, you'll notice both charging cases are cradled in a white plastic tray, and when you hold these cases in your hand, you might think the i10s look like the more expensive model since it has features the AirPods simply don't. The AirPods don't have LED indicators on the outside of its case because the AirPods don't have wireless charging. And the AirPods have a proprietary lightning connector that appears to be nearing the end of its lifespan, considering many of Apple's products are adopting USB ports instead. And when it comes to the AirPods' premium features like its chrome detailing, the i10s follow up with the same design accents. And when you open each charging case, both lids feature a satisfying magnetic design that carries through to the earbuds themselves, which makes using the i10s just as effortless as the AirPods. Now let's compare the earbuds themselves. The new i10s are designed so similarly to the AirPods, it actually becomes very hard to tell them apart when they're laying outside their case. And many of the advantages AirPods had over the i9s has been eliminated with the i10s. Because the AirPods touch controls are available on the i10s, the ability to activate Siri is also possible, call audio is now delivered through both earbuds, and the reliable wireless connection you get with the AirPods W1 chip is now closely rivaled by the i10's Bluetooth 5.0 wireless chipset. So with all these similarities, what is the difference between these two earbuds? Well, the AirPods still have a slight edge when it comes to sound quality, although I believe the difference is negligible. And the AirPods still have a couple advantages over the i10s, first being the ability to play and pause your music just by removing and reinserting your earbud, and the ability to pair the earbuds to an iPhone just by opening the lid. Although the i10's pairing process is still very straightforward and painless. But there's still one big difference that we haven't discussed, and again, that's the price. As I mentioned before, the i10s sell for $53, whereas Apple's AirPods are $160. Now, one of the most important things to me when it comes to earbuds is audio quality. And in order to demonstrate how much better the audio is on the i10s, I'm going to hold up each earbud to my microphone and play a song on full volume. And while this may not be the most scientific way to measure audio quality, this will give you a general idea of the differences between all three earbuds. So let's start with the i9s. So I hope you could hear just how much better the TWS i10 sound, and that of course is only one of the many improvements made to these earbuds. And if you're deciding between these or the AirPods, you have to consider what features are important to you and how much you're willing to pay. The i9s are still available for $39, but I think the $14 premium for the i10s is definitely worth it. And when it comes to the AirPods, it does have a couple features the i10s don't, like pausing music when it's removed from your ear and a slightly simpler setup process, but keep in mind the i10s have a couple features that the AirPods don't, like wireless charging, an external battery indicator, and Bluetooth 5.0. So I think for most people, the i10s would serve as a wonderful pair of earbuds that also happen to be about a third of the AirPods' price. So that is an unboxing and review of the TWS i10s, and remember to subscribe and comment to be entered into the giveaway, or if you'd like to purchase the i10s today, don't forget about the 10% off coupon code in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.